do I reach these gates? How do I reach these gates? The children. Think about the children. The children are dying. The children are dying. Think about the children.
That's always when somebody tries to capture you emotionally, what they bring up. Think about the children. But for real, these children are... These children are effed up these days. I don't know why it's funny. It's funny because it's so effed up. But anyway,
how do I reach these kids with my message? How do I get base science? How do I get this base knowledge transferred to the kids? Seriously. The kids need some Raji.
Let's not get crazy over here. First we're gonna dismantle the germ theory. That's gonna help a lot. Because then we don't put these things and all kinds of other medication to these kids to pump them up full of toxicity from the get-go. Straight from the YJJ. Welcome to this earth, motherfucker. Let's put 20 different shots because Earth is not good place for be. Good place to be for human beings. It's dangerous out here. There's all kinds of dangerous germs lurking around trying to get your ass. So we need to prepare your poor ass for this world by injecting you with all... Welcome to Earth, little child. Poor little child. Anyway, my whole point was this big newspaper in Finland, kind of like the New York Times or similar magazine to that. One of the biggest magazines in Finland, it had this big article about how the kids are basically retarded. I'm gonna say that word. The kids are ADD, ADHD, autism. The kids are unable to learn these. Maybe that's a good thing, what they're teaching at the kindergartens. So this was basically this article about how children at the kindergartens are very unwell. The big article, like they are having all kinds of problems just behaving normally with other kids. Like learning anything, all these man-made symbols and shit. And they just, some of them lethargic, lackadaisical, whatever that word is. Some don't behave well and some are just complete fucking sludges, which means basically that they can't do anything, they're just dead inside at the age of 5. They already dead inside. And my mother was reading this article. I don't read the newspapers because I don't want that fear inside of me. No thanks. I'm already too black-pilled for this reality. I already see too clearly what's going on. But my mother is actually kindergarten teacher, I don't know. Do they really teach that much? And what do they teach in the kindergartens? They should just play around with the kids in the kindergartens. Have fun times. But she's kindergarten teacher, whatever it's called in English. And she has been doing it for at least 3 decades, 30 years at least. So she has seen the evolution. Yeah, we are evolving straight out of this realm. But she has seen the evolution of these decades, of the kids that come there for probably 2 or 3 years. Some maybe more, some maybe less. And she was agreeing hard with this article, like she sees this stuff every single day. Like these kids are completely messed up. And she obviously thinks that it's something to do with the smartphones, tablets, because many parents are too stressed the fuck out with their own work. So they cannot handle the relationship with the kid. The most important relationship there are, the parent and the child relationship. Because if that relationships get fucked up, oh boy, we are in a lot of trouble. But yeah, she was thinking kinda like, it's these smartphones, this and that. But I don't know how smartphones can cause autism, ADHD, like all these neurological disorders, diseases basically, of human body. Like, there has to be a little bit more to this picture. And of course, I was sharing my base knowledge sometimes with your family. Actually, my parents, my family is very based. They always listen to me. They don't always get the actual point, but they at least get some of it. But I was saying, and why this problem is there, that these 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds are completely stunned. Their development is stunned. They're barely human little children anymore. They have mutated to some messed up thing thanks to a bunch of things. One, there's way too much toxicity passed through by their parents, mostly their mothers. Many mothers these days are very unwell. Their bodies are very unbalanced, undernourished, so they got all kinds of problems. And the child will inherit this. Some people call these things genes. Like, you just had bad genes. Poor you. You are not God's favorite child. But in reality, it's just the mother was unbalanced, unnourished, and the kid will inherit this, most likely bad microbiome as well. Deficiencies, like welcome to this world. You have zinc deficiency, magnesium deficiency, B1 deficiency. Like you got all these deficiencies inherited from your parents because they don't know any better. You got messed up gut microbiome. You don't get the nutrition from the poor food you are given as a children. and you are not getting any good nutrition, that's the next step. You are born deficient, you do not get any good nutrition. Like some of these people don't even breastfeed their kids anymore, they give them formula, and you can go look what's inside of that formula, and that explains a lot. This next up is obviously the toxicity, the pollution of the environment. I already talked about in the beginning. This kind of scheiße. That's on top of that. Like maybe you could deal with couple shots if you get real good nutrition. Maybe you could deal with couple of these things if you actually nourished like human beings supposed to. But you don't got that going. And then on top of that you got all this toxicity pumped into your little ass. And no wonder at 3 years old you're a complete mess already. Your life is complete mess. But anyway, my mother was so agreeing with this article. She was like, these kids are like so out. These kids are brewing some mental illnesses, some are depressed, some are just lurking in the corner. Some kids are, I'm gonna say that, waving the rainbow flag. Like, it's crazy in the kindergartens already. Things are crazy. Think about what these kids are gonna be like when they grow up. Some ugly ass motherfucker. No, but I'm trying to. We need to change this, and it's so easy. Just follow the nature, give the kids the breast milk, feed the mothers nourishing foods, really nourishing foods. Then feed the kids nourishing foods when they start to eat solid foods. One simple step that would solve a lot of problems would throw out the pasteurized dairy, the homogenized, the homo dairy, and bring back raw dairy. Raw dairy is coming back. You can get, check this out. Check this out, guys. You can get raw dairy from the supermarkets in Finland again. Not every supermarket, it's only some big ones. But this is raw dairy, Ilamaita, farm milk, straight from supermarket. So that's big improvement, and that's my whole point. Bring back raw dairy, raw cream, raw butter. That's already gonna nourish the babies way better than this pasteurized garbage. Now, do you need to feed your babies raw hard, raw chicken? Probably not. Maybe throw a little bit raw liver pieces into the raw milk here and there. Maybe some raw egg yolk here and there. But you don't have to go in those kinds of lengths to bring these kids back to life. But bring back some real food. These kids need some real nutrition, nourishment, and they need that toxicity taken out. That's the whole thing. Bring back real nutrition out of the nature, throw out the toxicity that kills these kids. And to do that, we have to dismantle the germ theory, because that's the whole basis of all these medications and shit. Our belief in germs are out to get there. They are the cause of all these diseases, even though they're not. That's why we do what we do out here in the base science. Eating raw chicken, that's one good way to dismantle germ theory. There's other ways too. Anyway, how do I reach these kids?
Think about the children. The children are dying.
They really are. Those poor bastards. Like, you can watch these kids get blown out in Gaza, but even our kids, Finland is one of the best, most civilized countries there is, bro. Where the standard of living is the highest, and we got these shells of a little children. They cannot even play anymore. These kids cannot even come up with plays anymore. Like, that's a real problem. These kids don't have imagination. They don't got the imagination to play anymore with other kids, because that I think is a lot to do with also the smartphones, but also how the brain works. Just the brain chemistry is so out of bounds. It's crazy out here, guys. Anyway, what do you think? Obviously, gonna think best scientist is on the spot here, like we are with most of the things. And if we ain't, do tell me where I'm fucking it up. I'm open to it. But with this topic, I think we hit the nail straight in the middle. We gotta save these kids. This is a step in the right direction, though. Anyway, see you later. Maybe we can talk something more nice tomorrow, if I don't die from salmon Nutella. But salmon Nutella makes me feel things, makes me see things.